It's cold.
It's chilly today.
Good morning, everybody. It is Friday, December 8th, 2017, and I'm headed into work for the day. I'm blind. And, well, Bitcoin finally fell back down a little bit. So it was at, I don't know, $16,000, $17,000. And overnight it dropped down to apparently the new support level. So it's around 14,000 or so. Still about double what I bought in at last, and I can't complain about that. So normally I'd be freaking out and unhappy and all this stuff, but I can now say that I've been around this world long enough that I can, not predict that it's going to happen, but know that, expect that it's going to happen, but know that everything's going to be all right. So, as normal, over the last week or more, Ether's been down, Bitcoin's been way up. Well, once people get burned out of Bitcoin, then they jump back into Ether. And it kind of goes back and forth and back and forth. So Ethereum is up today, which is good, because that was the whole plan from, months and months and months back, was to diversify my portfolio. So that way I'm holding Ether and Bitcoin, or both. So now that the Bitcoin is down and all the altcoins follow, it's, Ether is one of those that doesn't follow that trend. So Ether is technically like an altcoin, but Ether's up. So I think Ether was at like 440 or something like that last I checked. Unfortunately, BCC is down. So a BitConnect coin I bought $630 of yesterday at $415 a piece. It's down into like the 360, 370 range. So that sucks. I mean, I don't really care. I'm just gonna be collecting more and more of those as I can. Wow, it's just amazing what has been going on though this week. It's just been intense. And like I said though, everything will be all right. It's fun. It's fine. We're good. I'm just astounded as to what's going on and all that. What else is happening? Not a whole lot. I got some meetings this morning, and I got some more work to do, and I still haven't made any progress on this data center inventory thing. So I'd much rather not do that than anything else. But I don't know. Whatever. So we trying to think what else is happening. I haven't checked on Hexabot. I think it's pretty much fucking dead. I mean, the website went offline. Once that happens, you're pretty much done. So I mean, that sucks. That was probably about $300 of my own dollars. I had accrued like $600-700 with earnings and all that, but I think it was pretty much a scam from the get-go, so it is what it is. Yeah, that sucks. It sucks when you lose some, but that's kind of part of the game. And it's not even really a game, but it's just life. That's how it works, man. I've lost fucking so much money on real investments and stock market shit and trading options and getting scammed and burned and all that type of stuff. So if that's all that I lose, I'm cool with that, man. Really excited about this masternode idea for this loaner lease, LOL. It's looking like it's gonna be good. Like every masternode that I've seen, it's like typically like $5,000 to $10,000 to own a masternode. So for me to invest, I think it was like $911 worth of Bitcoin at the time. that'll, you know, 5x, 10x my investment and stuff. And masternodes, that's something that keeps like almost like pays like dividends, because I mean you're earning staking rewards and that type of stuff. So as time goes on, it's gonna yield even more. So I'm excited about that. Wish I could have gotten into like on a Dash masternode back in the day, like a year ago. Holy shit, they were going for about 10 grand for 1,000 Dash, and now it's worth almost $700,000 for a masternode. So see you the fuck out there. Way more than 10x. It's like 60x or something like that. And it just keeps going up. So let me think what else is going on. I don't know. It's Friday. I got Grant this weekend. We're going to be coming back by Vicky's place tomorrow. So on Saturday, Grant and I, we're probably just going to hang out, play, have some fun and shit at the house tonight. See Grandma and Grandpa and all that. And then tomorrow at some point we'll come over by Vicky. Probably bring Sophie over too. Yeah. So everyone's doing good. Luke and Ashley, they gave me my first Christmas card. So I got it yesterday when I was at their house. Oh, the consultation. We had a consultation last night. Went very, very well. So the client, they live in the same like subdivision or complex or whatever you want to call it as Vicky. And Vicky saw her post on a Facebook group and was like looking for recommendations and stuff. So, you know, instead of me doing that or commenting, I had her comment for our Facebook page. It's technically Luke's Facebook page, but that's the most up-to-date one. So then we put it on her page, and she contacted us, or Luke, and then Luke set up a consultation. So she was originally just looking for engagement photos. And then their date's December 8th of 2018, so 1 year from today. And they fucking booked us on the spot. They loved us. They loved all of our work. They even complimented our professionalism, which is something that I've been like super, super hardcore about since we started. The first thing I did was created like professional looking pricing sheets. And the second thing I did was order all kinds of samples and stuff. So like we had, you know, nice products to show these people and all that type of stuff. So we did basically all that shit for reasons. That was the reason why. So, you know, when somebody takes you as a professional, they're going to be more willing to not only, you know, pay you money, but trust you and all that. There's a lot that goes into being professional, especially when money's on the line. They told us a story about how on December 1st they were going to meet a photographer or something for a photo shoot, and they were all ready, dressed and ready to go, and at the location, and the photographer wasn't there. They messaged the photographer, and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I never actually booked you guys for your date for the 1st because you were unsure of your location or something." And the client was like, "The photographer was the one that gave us the damn location. What is she talking about?" So they were really turned off by her, and that turned them on to us. We would have not had that opportunity had they gone through with the other photographer. So she even said that. She said, "Yeah, we probably would have just booked that same person for our wedding and all the stuff, blah blah blah." But get this, guys, they are into aviation type shit. So he's a commercial pilot out of one of the local airports here, and we're going to be doing a photo shoot on December 22nd. I'm going to have to like take off work early. We're doing a photo shoot at a hangar, and with airplanes and all that type of stuff. So how badass is that? I cannot even believe this. So we're getting to do some really fucking sweet shit. So I'm excited about that. So she yeah, and we threw out a couple ideas for them and stuff and things to do and all that, and she got really excited and she was happy. So they're excited, we're excited to work with them. We're gonna the plane photo shoot might take like more than like an hour or something, so we'll have to kind of figure that out. But she was like, well, I thought you guys only did hour photo shoots, and Luke was like, well, we kind of really like you guys, and this is like a really nice opportunity to shoot in a photo in an airplane hangar and stuff. And besides, like, to stage and set up airplanes, like, how long does it take to move a fucking airplane into position and stuff? It's gonna eat up a lot of time. So we're just it's just phenomenal, amazing. Yeah, so that's kind of what's happening, what's going on. We are, I think we got, I don't even know, like 3 or 4 weddings booked for 2018. This year was kind of seemed to be our year to come into all this and stuff, where we're actually booking well into the future, deep into the next year, where before it was all last minute weddings where people were kind of like under the gun and like, okay, I guess we'll hire you or whatever. So pretty damn excited about this. But I was telling Luke, so like, was I vlogging back then? Let me think real quick. I think I might have been. So Luke and I did a photo shoot just for fun. It was kind of like a concept shoot just to test out some ideas and stuff. But it was at it's a monument or something. But there's this crashed plane that's close to us that's trying to block the sun here. That Luke and I did like this epic portrait of us on, and we kind of essentially we did some like light painting type stuff. Ah, there it is. And I was like, dude, why don't we just do that again? I mean, yeah, it was a lot of work, a lot of extra effort. But the results were just phenomenal. So yeah, we're gonna do that. I think as long as we can, make it happen, we'll figure out a way. Yeah. So this is gonna be really exciting and stuff. But what else? Not also much going on, but I'm excited about that. Like it felt good to get a compliment for once, and this is somebody that we don't know. First time meeting them, they have no reason to stoke our egos or anything like that. But I can kind of see how the professionals that have been doing this for a very, very long time, how like Luke and I, we see these guys at like Shutterfest and other conventions and stuff, and they have egos, bigger and wider than the door that they walk into. They're rock stars and all that type of stuff. And I can see how that can happen. When you're pumping out some great fucking artwork and stuff, everyone's on your team. Everyone's like, yeah, you guys are awesome. It goes right to your head. But excited about that. Excited about this opportunity. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned for more. I gotta get to work. It's getting a little bit late. It is cold as hell out. 18 degrees. When I woke up, it said it was 16 outside. And stay warm. Alright, what's happening, guys? I'm just getting out of work for the day, and I might have just shot myself in the fucking foot. So one of the there's a room next door to the data center where there's a team that works on like hardware deployments and stuff like that, and break fix and all that stuff. And there's another manager in that room. And as I was leaving, he's like, hey, just so you know, we ran a report and you have some aging tickets. And I was like, how? And he's like, well, you just go under your name and they're there. I'm like, oh, I don't have an account in the ticket system. And he's like, what do you mean you don't have an account? He's like, what happens if you go to ServiceNow? I'm like, well, it's just like I'm a normal user. Instead of like a admin or whatever, like somebody that tickets get assigned to. He's like, oh, that's weird. Well, I'm like, it's fine. I like it like that. And he's like, oh, well, you got to close out those old tickets and stuff. I'm like, well, all right, I'll have to figure that out. He's like, all right, well, what, we can help you do that Monday or something. I'm like, okay, cool. And then he's like, well, why don't you have a ticket or an account in the system? And I'm like, well, I just prefer it that way. I'm like, just one day it stopped working and I just haven't fixed it yet. And he's like, well, that's pretty easy to do. You just send in an email to the service desk and they'll have your account created immediately and blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to do that. And he's just like looking at me like, well, but how do you track your metrics? And I just wanted to tell him, like, so with like the wide range of stuff that I do and all the crazy shit that I do, it's not effective or efficient to be closing and managing tickets for every single little thing. Like, if that makes somebody else feel great or whatever, like, awesome. But yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, what happens is I'll be bogged down in the paperwork and all the red tape, whereas I won't be able to like get this shit done. So like, that would be, it'd be a game changer. You know, like, instead of now, like, I told him, I'm like, well, people send me emails and they call me or they ping me direct when they need something, and then I take care of it immediately, if, you know, whatever. And he's like, oh, okay, well, so I don't know if this guy's gonna make some fucking comments to my boss or something, because like I discovered this a long time ago, months ago, and she just was like, oh, you know, just, you know, see if you can get that restored or fixed or whatever, and I'm like, fuck, okay. But I don't want to be in the ticket system. Like, I like working the way I work. I can just get a call, get an email, get a ping, whatever, go fix it, and then I'm done. Like, and a lot of times I'm working on 3 or 4 different things at a time. If I have to, like, you know, like, work on one thing and then I get a request and then stop and then go check out the ticket system for the next thing, and then something else pulls me away and I say, well, I'm sorry, I can't do that without a ticket. Like, huh? And it's, you know, when the work I'm doing, it's not like tracking, it's not like dealing with users directly. So like, when you're dealing with users, you want tickets. So when, you know, the person calls in the future, they say like, hey, you know, you can look up like all their ongoing problems that they've had or existing problems and all, or previous past experiences, all that stuff. I mean, I get that. But for my work, like, okay, great, like, you could see that I did like this work or that work or whatever, but there's going to be tons of shit that's not going to show up in the ticket system. And then when we start doing metrics, then what? You're going to be like, oh, you got to close more tickets or do more tickets or something. It becomes just a complete shit show. Then, like, what? Every connection that I run, I have to plug in, or I have to raise an individual tickets for every single port or something. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me because I don't really care, but I don't want to be set up like that. So, but I should have just, when the guy told me like, hey, you got some outstanding tickets, I should have just said, okay, cool, thanks, dude, thanks for letting me know, I'll sort it out, and then just next week like got somebody else to help me close them that has an account in the system. But I kind of opened my mouth a little bit too much. But it's getting to the point where I don't give a fuck anymore. So I'm getting like, it's a weird role that I'm in now. So not only am I doing my normal shit, but now like this year I'm like the network fucking guy. So like I gotta manage, allocate, and provision all these different network ports and shit. I'm like, what? Like, well, you're there, so you can just, you know, always like look and see and whatever. I'm like, when is this my fucking job, dude? Like, somebody needs ports, tell them what port. Like, I can tell you the switches, you give them the ports, or you give me the ports. Like, that's how it used to be. So I'm getting a lot more duties, a lot more roles, and I'm just like not fucking feeling it, dude. That's why like every day I just sit at work, I'm like, what the fuck, man? So I got to do like asset inventory, asset management, all kinds of shit, and it's just it gets overwhelming at times. But I got to get on the road, so stay tuned for more.